Irish guy, and right, so the Champions League is back, and I am a prediction superstar. Aren't I? I mean, am I not? What are you looking at me like that for? I'll just say it, okay? Just say it. You think I've got the intelligence of marmalade toast after it's been used to scrub your granny's armpits in the bath. But I'm gonna prove you all wrong now and predict every Champions League group right. Oh, by the way, while you're here, just slap that big fat red subscribe button, inching towards 150,000 subscribers, and the next stop is 200k. Yeah. I'm trying to chase down Rory Jennings. Right, let's go. Group A, 4th, Ajax. Ajax fans, don't be offended. Please don't threaten to send me your mother's poo in the post. For the first time in 5 years, Ajax are without Erik ten Hag standing in the dugout, looking a bit like if Heisenberg started going to the gym. I mean, right now, Ajax are having to deal with their husband walking out on them. Honestly, the moment he boarded that flight to Manchester, I'm guessing half the fans in Amsterdam probably felt like shoving daffodils up their nose. Ajax did well in Europe under ten Hag, yes. But before he took charge, they failed to get out of the Champions League group 9 times in a row. Now their manager is Alfred Schreuder. I mean, yes, he was Barcelona assistant coach under Ronald Koeman, but lads, he's also the same managerial chew toy, sacked by Twente and Hoffenheim. That sounds all very Steve McLaren. I have about as much faith in him as the next Avatar film. I mean, who are we kidding? That's just gonna be 3 hours watching 3D Smurfs fornicate in a tree. Yeah, way to make me vomit on my popcorn. Ajax have sold Ryan Gravenberch, Sebastian Haller, Lisandro Martinez, Nicolas Tagliafico, Per Schurz, and Anthony. They have no chance. I promise you that. I mean, if Ajax someone make it out of their group, then I will personally find any Dutch YouTuber of your choosing and mail him a chunk of my hair. But it's not happening. 3rd, Napoli. Napoli are a good team. Lads, this time last year, they won their first 8 Serie A matches of the season. But failing to win Serie A in the Diego Maradona Stadium after that, admit it, Napoli, after finishing 3rd, after your autumn form, it all felt a bit anticlimactic. I mean, this summer, you probably all felt like someone who just watched their school principal do a poo on the bus. But lads, if Napoli fans have somehow managed to stomach enthusiasm for Group A, then don't bother, okay? Because it's been well established that your recent Champions League pedigree is about as impressive as Fuzi's boxing career. I mean, lads, they've made some decent signings this summer. I think 3 loan deals for Giovanni Simeone, Tanguy Ndombele, and Giacomo Raspadori. Yeah, they're all brilliant additions, and they've cost less than a box of tea bags. But I can't just ignore that Kalidou Koulibaly has been ripped out of the heart of your defense. I'm sorry, it will be close, but I think 3rd in the group. 2nd, Rangers. Aren't Rangers supposed to be dead? I mean, according to Celtic fans, right? And yet I'm tipping them to sneak into the Champions League knockout rounds. I'm sorry, surely that's like me predicting the Christmas #1 this year to be a new release by Michael Jackson. And by new release, I don't mean release from his basement after spending 7 years tied to the bath. But lad, 10 years ago, Rangers, sorry old Rangers, were being managed by a pundit. An actual pundit. Yes, Gary Neville levels of pundit. Honestly, the club had no money to the extent where Ali McCoy probably had to beat up local school kids for his lunch. They were losing to the likes of Sterling Albion, Allen Athletic, and Peterhead. The last one sounds like a brand of bread. I mean, at that stage, those Rangers fans would sooner have just chosen to spend 9 months living in a coffin with their mum than have to endure this. And yet now, I'm predicting 2nd in the Champions League group. What? Lads, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is a brilliant coach and an upgrade on Steven Gerrard, another legendary football player, and don't forget, as a manager, he did win Feyenoord their first Eredivisie title in 18 years. And last season, he nearly won Rangers the Europa League. Honestly, I would imagine if Aaron Ramsey ever dares to show his face in Glasgow again, I mean, he'll probably have omelets, bricks, and dead cats chucked in his car. But this Rangers team is built for European nights. I mean, the likes of James Tavernier, yes, the former Newcastle misfit right back, who wasn't even deemed better than James Perch. Well, he's developed into one of the coolest penalty takers in the world. He scored 18 goals and chipped in with 17 assists from defence last season. And he's still, what, 13th choice right back in England pecking order? I promise you, if Tavernier, this former Gateshead and Wigan flop, if he doesn't score his first ever Champions League goal this season, then I will do an entire video wearing my mum's dress. I mean, these European nights in Glasgow, I'm telling you, they will beat Napoli at home, and they will nick a draw in Italy, and yeah, grab a point from Liverpool at home too. I mean, look at what they did to Borussia Dortmund last season. Trust me, Rangers are getting out of the group. First, Liverpool. Yeah, pretty simple this. If Liverpool don't win this group, I will go on a Football Daily video and beg them for forgiveness. I mean, it's happening, of course it is. I mean, last season the Reds were given the group of death, and they won every match, including one at the San Siro where they had a scruffy goblin like Tyler Morton in midfield. Okay, I'm sorry, that was sorry. Okay, he's not a goblin, okay? But he is very clearly the modern day Danny Guthrie. Anyone remember him? I should think not. He's probably now selling popcorn at the cinema. I have utterly no doubt that Liverpool will win this group. They will drop points in Italy and Scotland, yes, but still 14 points and top. And yes, Arthur Melo will score a screamer from outside the box to win goal of the round. Just you watch. Group B, 4th Club Brugge. Does anybody remember Carl Hofkins? That former Stoke and West Brom left back? Yeah, well that defensive milkshake is currently managing in the Champions League, replacing Alfred Schroeder in the summer to take the full-time gig at Club Brugge. Listen, I want to be nice about this place, even though I recently watched that Colin Farrell film, which made this town seem about as exciting as my nan's nursing home, but still, Hofkins is not a manager. What I will say though, is that this club managed to pull off one of the coups of the summer. Lad, the Belgian League is just a rehabilitation zone for washed up Premier League slugs, right? I mean, lad, they even rehomed Saido Berahino for a while, despite looking like someone who probably orders pizza so much that he probably knows the name of the delivery driver's mum, and he's currently playing in Cyprus, by the way. Wish him well. But yeah, for ambitious, top-class footballers, the idea of moving to Belgium is a bit like giving up, right? The equivalent of a budding young pop star who stops begging Radio 1 Live Lounge for a gig to instead just sing Aladdin songs or Christmas panto. Well then, how? How have they managed to sign Roman Yaremchuk from Benfica for £13 million? I mean, how have they done it? He's only 26, and during Euro 2020, he was hipster flavour of the month. Just what? But still, sorry, bottom of the group on one sad and lonely point. I mean, what do you expect? Simon Mignolet is going to keep as many clean sheets as my incontinent cat. 3rd, Bayer Leverkusen. Listen, on paper, Bayer Leverkusen look devastating going forward, right? The pace and trickery of Callum Hudson-Odoi and Moussa Diaby either side of Patrick Schick. There are goals in that attack, but sorry, they're Europa League fodder this season. Maybe they might go far in that competition, maybe, but the Champions League, no chance. And let's not forget that right now, their form is a mess. I mean, they lost their first 4 games of the season. They were dumped out of the Pokal Cup first round by Elversberg. That just sounds like a village in Lord of the Rings. Something is seriously wrong at Bayern, and no, it won't be close between 2nd and 3rd. No, they'll be out of contention by mid-October. And yeah, we'll pick up 6 points, and that's it. 2nd, Porto. Oh, Porto. They should have enough to get this done. I mean, let's just not forget that they've lost 2 midfield stars in Fabio Vieira and Vitinha to Arsenal and PSG. I mean, that leaves a gaping hole. And I bet like if someone drove a tractor to the side of your house. Yeah, that night you're probably gonna have homeless people climbing through the wall to raid your fridge and eat your cat. Porto will qualify though. I mean, let's be honest. This is a pretty easy group. It really is. It's the simplest group in the entire competition. And I'm expecting Brazilian forward Ivan Nilsson to explode in Europe this season. He'll bag 7 goals in the group stages, try and impress the Brazilian FA ahead of the World Cup. Ozzy, he's gonna take this group by storm. Last season it was Darwin Núñez, but this time out, Ivan Nilsson is the next Champions League breakout star, and next summer he'll be linked with a move to Old Trafford. Just you watch. First, Atletico Madrid. Easy work. Last season Atletico Madrid were lucky. Beyond lucky. They didn't win a single Champions League match at home, scraped just 7 points, and yet somehow managed to sneak into the next round. I mean, weirdly, they were also facing Porto in that group of death, and yeah, squeaked past them by 2 points. But this time around, Diego Simeone, you have no excuse. You have to win the group. I mean, when you talk about football heritage, yes, Bayer Leverkusen reached a Champions League final in 2002, and Porto won the thing in 2004 under the great Jose Mourinho. But I'm sorry, 20 years ago, Diego Simeone has literally taken Atletico Madrid into extra time of 2 Champions League finals. This is pedigree. Without a doubt, they're winning the group. Group C, 4th, Victoria Pilsen. Bottom. Poor old Victoria Pilsen. Ozzy, how terrifying must this be? Some pudding team from Czech Republic being thrown into a group of death amongst a bunch of lions. 3 European monsters who combined have played a combined 8 Champions League finals since 2009. Oh, Victoria, no! This is like some average actor of Hollyoaks going to audition for a movie role at Disney, and when he gets to the waiting room, he sees Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, and Tom Hanks in the queue. Yeah, you might as well just walk out the back door, just go and eat some chicken wings in your car, because you ain't getting that role. Pilsen are gonna be crushed. 0 points. The end. I mean, they're going to be devoured, as if these are 3 hungry pigs tucking into a trough of Weetabix. Oh, sorry Pilsen, but no. 3rd, Inter Milan. I feel sorry for Inter Milan. The last few years have been their redemption arc, right? A fallen European giant who finally started to qualify for the Champions League again after taking 6 years off. Well, since 2018, they've been given either Real Madrid or Barcelona in every Champions League group. This is the 5th season in a row where they've been handed one side of the Classico. But, I mean, at least there's no Messi this time. Listen, this isn't an impossibly tough group. Romelu Lukaku might score 1 or 2, but honestly, Inter are going to be so starved of possession in the group. And so yeah, he's mostly going to look about as lost as James Corden in the vegetable aisle. Ozzy, he's going to be an isolated tree stump. 2nd, Barcelona. This is weird, because Barcelona and Bayern Munich already met in the group stage last year, and Barca were crushed like something out of a bug's life, and nobody nobody should ever forget that lockdown 8-2. I mean, Bayern has scored 14 goals against Barcelona in the last 3 games. That is hideous. And I'd imagine most Barca fans, when being told about this group, they probably did a nervous wee on the couch. But what makes it interesting is that Barca have stolen Bayern's toy in Robert Lewandowski. I mean, not only that, but their new makeover has brought them Frank Kessie, Andreas Christensen, Rafinha, Jules Koundé, and then, for some reason, forgotten fullback tissue like Marcus Alonso, and Hector Bellerin. Oh no, Bellerin, now, in 2022. I get the interest in 2017, but I don't know, this was like now offering Cher Lloyd another record deal. Yeah, pretty sure she's now working in Boots. Listen, it will be close, but no. Second. First, Bayern Munich. So, can Bayern do it in Europe without Robert Lewandowski? Yes, of course yes. I mean, it's not like they replaced Lewandowski with a middle-aged bin man like Eric Choupo-Moting up front. No, they've got Sadio Mane playing through the middle, who, by the way, will finish as this group's top scorer. He's going to eat Barcelona's defence with a spoon. Honestly, the likes of Jules Koundé will probably leave the Allianz and immediately start crying on the bus. Group D, 4th, Eintracht Frankfurt. Be warned, West Ham fans. If you dare to sit down and watch Champions League Group D, you're going to feel like punching the pillows on your couch. This is the Eintracht Frankfurt team which stood in your way to a Europa League final, and yet they're about to become the whipping boys of something that honestly just looks like a Europa League group. I'm sorry, but this is Europa League level. I'm sorry, Frankfurt, Sporting Lisbon, Marseille and Spurs. 4 clubs who, yes, have reached a combined 3 Champions League finals. I mean, that sounds very nice, but these teams are not experienced in this competition. Lads, Frankfurt's last game in this tournament was when they reached the final in 1960 and conceded 7. That was their last game. They've never ever been given a chance to avenge that embarrassment. How sad is that? But like your granddad telling you that he was once kicked out of a 5-star nightclub in the 60s for accidentally vomiting on a barmaid's shoes. I mean, so then he finally gets to return 50 years later. But I mean, because of his trauma, he'll be so scared that the minute he sets foot on the dance floor again, he'll probably nervously poo on his foot. I mean, Frankfurt began the season by conceding 6 at home to Bayern Munich. They needed penalties to beat Scottish opposition. Don't you tell me they're not finishing bottom of the group. Somehow, Mario Götze, a man who seemingly, as soon as he scored that winning goal in the 2014 World Cup final, seemingly just spent the last 8 years eating cake on the toilet. So yeah, somehow he's managed to get back in the Champions League, but no, you're finishing bottom. 3rd, Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon are not in a great moment. That's 4 points from opening 4 Portuguese games of the season. They've already conceded 8 goals, and they've lost key players like Nuno Mendes to PSG, João Palhinha to Fulham, Matheus Nunes to Wolves. I mean, thankfully they managed to hold on to star boy Pedro Goncalves. I mean, if not, then I think the coach Ruben Amorim might have had a breakdown on the bus. It'll also be interesting to see that Marcus Edwards, a 23-year-old winger from Enfield, will be playing Champions League football, while the likes of Bukayo Saka and Jadon Sancho are not. I mean, I know he's a Tottenham and Norwich reject, but honestly, Gareth Southgate, if you don't watch at least one Sporting match this season, then you're just a stubborn man with the personality of a shoe. Sporting will do okay. They'll push for 2nd all the way, but no. 3rd and into the Europa. 2nd, Marseille. I know the last time Marseille were invited into the Champions League, they finished bottom below a team from Greece and nearly lost every match. It's a bit like being invited to the Golden Globes. And then when you get there, just spilled red wine on Taylor Swift's lap. Yeah, you'll be lucky not to be banned for good. I know that was embarrassing, but I have a good feeling that Marseille will claw their way into the knockouts. No, I don't have any faith in their coach. Igor Tudor has started the season well, but look at his CV. He never lasts anywhere longer than 6 months? I'm sorry, but this is his 10th job since 2015. That is not a stable career. I mean, he's probably living out of a suitcase so much, to the point where his wife probably has a second phone and 9 Tinder dates a month. But look at their transfer window. What? 14 new players. And lads, the likes of Cengiz Under, Chancel Mbemba, Nuno Tavares, Jordan Veretout, Eric Bailly, Luis Suarez. No, not that one. And even an over-the-hill cheeseburger like Alexis Sanchez. They are good additions for the French league. I don't know, I mean, this is a team who still played Norwich and Middlesbrough in pre-season and lost on aggregate by 5 goals to 0. And I'm predicting 2nd in the group. Am I insane? Have I poured washing powder into my cornflakes? No. 4 wins from 5 games in the league. Marseille look good, and I'm gonna go one further. They're going to beat Tottenham at the Stade Velodrome in a coaching battle between 2 Juventus legends. Just you watch. First, Tottenham. I know the Tottenham project is going to blow up in Antonio Conte's face. I refuse to believe he's going to succeed where Jose Mourinho, yes, a better manager, failed. There is something systemically wrong with Tottenham when it comes to winning things. But lucky for you, this is an easy group. Group E, 4th Dinamo Zagreb. Bottom, yawn, next, 3rd, Red Bull Salzburg. This is such an easy group. I know Red Bull Salzburg made it out of the group last season, but yeah, that was an easy group too. And they then went on to concede 7 at Bayern Munich. This is not a Champions League level team. I'm sorry, but they're not. But yeah, they'll eat Dynamo Zagreb for lunch and grind out 6 points. But no, third, second AC Milan. Here we've got the return of Fikayo Tomori and Olivier Giroud to Stamford Bridge. I mean, the fairy tale story is that Milan will win the group, right? But no. Last season, I predicted AC Milan to finish bottom of their group, and everyone reacted to that as if I just admitted that I eat squirrels in the bath. Relax, okay? People thought that that was disrespectful to the great AC Milan. You know, as if I was predicting that Robert De Niro would bring out a comedy about as funny as a nun's armpit. By the way, he is a Hollywood legend, yes, but I mean, for the last 20 years, he's had film duds rolling out of his sleeves. But listen, Milan did finish bottom of the group, but again, they're lucky here to be handed teams from Austria and Croatia. Yes, you'll get second, and yes, it'll be your first Champions League knockout round in 9 years. Oh, come on. It's almost as if UEFA gift wrapped you an easy path to the second round. First, Chelsea. Chelsea are out of form, yes. I'm sorry, they are walking this group. I mean, sure, last year they surrendered top spot to Juventus. And I know Milan are better than Juventus. But come on, Tommy Tuchel, screw your head on. And you will walk this group with minimum fuss. Group F, 4th Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk must be sick to their stomach. This is their 3rd season in a row where they've been given Real Madrid in the Champions League group. Lads, this team have beat the Spanish Giants twice in the group in 2020. And last year, they were punished for that and crushed twice. And now that memory with those famous wins are going to be deleted forever. Honestly, could UEFA have not just allowed Shakhtar a few years to bask in those famous wins? I mean, this is a bit like if some 18-year-old pancake with the boxing skill of a homeless mouse. It's like if he landed a lucky punch and knocked out Tyson Fury. But then the commission immediately organizes 3 more rematches so Fury can repeatedly beat him into a pulp. It's just a bit unfair. And lads, Shakhtar are finishing bottom. They don't have the quality anymore. They don't even have an impressive coach anymore. Sorry lads, bottom. Third, RB Leipzig. This is controversial. RB Leipzig finishing 3rd in the group. It's an upset. I know it is. Lads, they've just re-signed Timo Werner, and in the colours of Leipzig, with a Red Bull can in his hand, he's one of the most lethal goal scorers in Europe, right? But Leipzig are gloriously inconsistent in this competition. I mean, last year they conceded 6 at the Etihad. Even Jack Grealish scored. And they also lost at home to Club Brugge. The previous year, yeah, they beat PSG and qualified from the group, but they also conceded 5 to a Man United team coached by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, you don't know what to expect. But here, they'll beat Shakhtar at home, lose at the Bernabeu, beat Celtic at home, but then lose to Celtic on a fiery night in Glasgow, then lose at home to Real Madrid, and then it'll be a stale 0-0 draw in Warsaw, where Werner will miss a penalty, 7 points, and third, second Celtic. Am I insane? I'm tipping both Scottish clubs to qualify. I'm sorry. What? For the last 15 years, Celtic in European competition have been an utter joke. They've often shown the bottle and mental strength of a family of terrified mice. But, right, here's the bad news. You will be embarrassed in this group. Real Madrid will beat you 7-0 in Spain, with Vinicius Jr. bagging a hat-trick. What? Don't look at me like that. You lost 6-1 at Barcelona in 2013. You lost 7-0 to Barcelona in 2016. And then 7-0 to PSG in 2017. With Neymar roasting you like a barbecued sausage in every single match. I mean, Joe Hart, he left the Bernabeu angry in 2012 after Man City lost in the last minute. Well, now he's going to be leaving that stadium looking like someone who's just seen Piers Morgan in the nude. But here's the good news. Celtic are full of confidence after scoring 9 at Dundee. And so just watch. Next week, you are going to beat Real Madrid. It'll be one of the most famous nights in the history of your club. I mean, Gordon Strachan used to give you amazing Champions League nights. You beat Man United and AC Milan under him. And it's fitting his son is now on your staff. Trust me, 2-1 win over Madrid. And why not? Are we forgetting Real started last campaign, losing at home to a bunch of milkmen from Moldova? Celtic will lose all their away matches, but they'll win all their home games. So they'll nick 2-1 wins over Madrid and Leipzig, and then crucially, a last-minute 1-0 win over Shakhtar Donetsk with Aaron Moy scoring from a corner and Hart. I'll finally be able to boast a smile. I mean, Nuno Santo basically said that he should retire. Yeah, Nuno Santo is now working for Al Ittihad, while Hart, he's about to face Benzema next week. Ozzy, trust me. Yeah, you'll end the group with a goal difference of -4, but 9 points on the board. Yes, 9. First, Real Madrid. Yeah, I mean, Real Madrid are about to lose to a Scottish opponent. Ozzy, seeing Carlo Ancelotti looking sad in his seat as Harry Kewell, who last year was an Oldham and Bournemouth coach, being the former Watford under-23s manager, managed to help Celtic win a tactical duel. Oh, it'll be a bit embarrassing, but it doesn't matter. You'll win every other match. Top of the group with 15 points. Group D, 4th Copenhagen. Oh yes, how intimidating. Traveling to Denmark to take on a Copenhagen team whose manager is called Jess. This is light work for everyone everyone in the group. 0 points. I mean, lad, for every point Copenhagen take in this group, I will pour a glass of milk over my face. Poor old Matt Ryan is going to be picking the ball out of his net so much, he's going to get whiplash in his neck. Third, Borussia Dortmund. This group is tough. It really is a toss-up for third and second. Dortmund are still a talented team, yes, but I am not convinced by Erden Turchik as a manager. Let's not forget, a generational talent like Jude Bellingham is taking instructions from a failed West Ham assistant coach, someone who used to fetch Mark Noble his tea. Dortmund have lost big names like Erling Haaland and Manuel Akanji to the Etihad. Yes, 20-year-old German hotshot Karim Adeyemi is an exciting signing for Red Bull Salzburg, and he will be their top scorer this season and in the group. But lads, this will come down to the width of a point. But yeah, third on 8 points. Second, Sevilla. Sevilla are in crisis, right? 1 point from 3 games against bottom half sludge in the Liga. Their entire defense is being picked apart by vultures. But I do like the signings of Alex Telles, Tanguy Nianzo, Isco, and Kasper Dolberg. Not so much Adnan Januzaj. I've always thought he had the upper body strength of a Toblerone. But listen, they are in poor form, yes. And considering they lost 6-0 to Arsenal in pre-season, I think it's going to be the exact same result that the Etihad. A 6-0 Man City win. But yeah, they'll draw with Dortmund twice, but crucially, I reckon they will nick a point off City at home with a spirited 1-1 draw. Yeah, 9 points and through, but boy, will it be close. First, Man City. Easy work. Erling Haaland will score against every team and utterly wolf his old Dortmund teammates for breakfast. Honestly, 16 points for City. Next, Group H, 4th, Maccabi Haifa. They have no chance. Bottom of the group, 0 points. Next. I mean, lads, if Maccabi Haifa don't finish bottom, I will eat a cheeseburger out of a cat litter box. Third, Benfica. This is too tough for Benfica. I'm sorry, but you've lost Darwin Núñez. No of the signings of forgotten boy Julian Draxler, nor future flop David Neres from Shakhtar inspire me, especially not considering Neres, a 25-year-old Brazilian winger, hasn't actually hit top form since a 14-goal season for Ajax in 2018. He's like the Aldi version of Antony. Sorry, Benfica, but third, no chance of going through. None. Second, Juventus. Juventus are still a ghost of the force they used to be, but I'm expecting Dusan Vlahovic to catch fire in the group stage, and yeah, they'll squeak into second. First, PSG. If PSG don't win this group with the players they have, then they'll probably start wondering why they went out and appointed a manager who used to be Portsmouth assistant coach. Somebody used to hand out bibs to Yakubu and Lamana Lua. But no, they will eat this group for toast. And Kylian Mbappe is going to run riot. Anyway, that's for watching. Let me know in the comments, have I got things all nailed on? Of course they have. It's not even a question. Alright, let me know in the comments, alright? Put your predictions in too. Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe as always. I'll talk to you in a while.